cold in my legs.
Cold on your legs.
Mm.
And where is this cold coming from?
Not sure, it's sort of moving across my legs.
It's moving across.
Mm.
What about the top part of your body? Does that feel cold?
No.
So do you have something on the rest of your body to keep you warm?
Can't see what it is, but it is quite warm.
It's quite warm.
Mm.
Can you
It's
feel
still
it?
cold, like a cold breeze going across my legs all the time.
A cold breeze.
But the upper part of my body is warm. And the knees to the feet on the floor are warm.
What does the ground feel like under your feet?
Soft.
So it feels nice and soft then.
Mm. Very soft.
Very soft.
Mm.
And does it feel soft like
Soft like velvet.
velvet? It feels really nice. Do you have anything on your feet? If you look down at your feet, what do you have on your feet?
Slippers. Slipper shoes.
Slippers.
Red.
Red shoes.
Red slipper shoes. Velvet. With stones on them, like yellow and green and red. And like Aladdin slippers.
Like Aladdin slippers. Can you remember where you got these slippers? How you came to be wearing them?
No, they're just my slippers. They're just my shoes.
So if you feel the top part of your head, what does your hair feel like at the top part of your head?
I have a scarf tied around my head.
You have a scarf tied around.
Mm.
And what does a scarf feel like? If you just feel that scarf, how does that feel?
Quite a lot of material. It's like a cotton.
Cotton.
It's blue.
Does it feel comfortable?
Turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue. Does it feel comfortable?
Yeah.
And do you think that you're a man or a woman?
I think I'm a boy, but I've got quite long hair.
A boy with long hair. Okay.
My hair's yellow.
How old do you think you might be?
Mm. 7, 9. Young.
Quite young then.
Mm.
Do you have a name?
Ali.
Can you say that again?
Ali.
Ali.
Mm.
And do you have another name?
The other name's my dad's name.
And what's your dad's name?
Grant. Can't make out.
That's okay. Doesn't matter. So what I'd like to do is to look round to the left. What do you see?
There's lots of buildings. They're really quite bright. They're white. And the tops of them all look like onions.
Like onions.
Mm.
And what colour are they?
There's different colours.
All different colours.
Red and sort of, mustard yellows, browns, blue. It's gold.
And if you look round to your left, what do you see?
The right.
All the
buildings are on the left.
okay, on the right. If you look on the right,
there's a beautiful but barren landscape, like sand dunes, but it's sparkling.
sparkling.
The
Is
sun.
that what makes it beautiful?
Yeah,
What time of the day is this?
just before noon.
Before noon. Is it quite hot or cold?
It's hot, but there's a still feel cold across
Still
my
feel
legs.
cold. So what time of the year do you think this might be?
It doesn't seem to matter. It's always like this.
It's always like this. Okay. Do you know what land this is? The name of the land?
I want to tell you it's Turkey, but I don't know if it is Turkey.
Okay, we'll just go with it. So do you live around here? If you look around at the buildings,
Yeah, I live here. Yeah, I play out here with my friends.
you live here with your friend.
I have lots of friends. I've got lots of friends. We play outside where all the buildings are, where the houses are. Everybody's happy. There's a sense of freedom here. It's colourful, really colourful. Everybody smiles.
So everyone's happy here.
Yeah.
That's lovely. So where are your family?
In the house.
They're in the house. Can you see the house?
Yeah, well,
Wait.
not at the house.
Okay.
Do you want me to go to the house?
Yes, I'm going to count to 3, and on the count of 3 you'll find yourself outside the house. So 1, 2, 3. And you're there now. So describe the house to me. What does it look like?
It's quite tall. It's got stairs, stone stairs inside that run up the inside of the wall in a sort of circle. And it's quite, there's quite big windows. I don't think there's glass in the windows. It's warm.
So I'd like to go inside the house and just look around, and what do you see of significance in there? What do you notice first of all?
Kitchen area. There's rugs on the floor.
Rugs on the floor.
Yeah.
And what colour are these rugs?
Now everything.
So I'd like to just
Blues and greens and white. No woven, colourful designs, the patterns, family patterns, omens, stories, history in the rugs, life in the rugs.
So I'd like to just get down onto the ground now, just feel those rugs, feel what that material feels like, and notice the patterns on there
Camels,
and the shapes,
horses,
and just notice the pictures on there as well. And what do these pictures represent?
history.
History. And who's interested in history in your family?
Everybody.
Everyone.
Life.
You're interested in life.
No. All life in the carpets and the stories in the history. Our life.
So I'd like you to remember these pictures that you see, these of the history and the stories, and just remember those. And now I'd like you to go and find your parents. Where are they?
She's at the market.
She's at the market.
Mm.
And what's her
Buying
name?
food.
What's her name?
Vila?
Vila.
Vila?
Vila. And what about your father? Where's your father?
I don't know, I think he's at work.
He's at work. And what work does he do?
Writing.
He's writing. Is he a writer then? Or does he write for someone else?
Writing life.
He's writing life.
Important details. Life. Records.
So what I'd like to do, I'm going to count to 3 and I'd like you to go beside him. 1, 2, 3, and you're there now with him. Do you see what he's doing?
Smells sweaty. A big tablet book.
A tablet book.
Heavy, thick book. Lots of characters and writing, like pictures and code and symbols and names, and the writing now is starting to come off the pages like this.
So I'd like you to be able to decipher what the writing tells you, because you have the ability to read that. So what do they say?
Can't hold any of it,
You can't hold it.
and it's life, it's living, it's not it's to be known in a sense, but not remembered. It's floating off the book, and you can't hold it in your hands, but you can bring it back down to the page, but and you can close the book, but when you open the book, it comes out, and what you need to know is in front of you. But you don't need to know everything that's in the book. You just need to know about living and your life. It's not a book to be read. It's a book to be experienced. And my dad is one of the keepers of the book that helps to keep all of life information together. And anybody can access the book.
And what are these books called? Do they have a name?
Life. It's like the book of life.
The life. And where would these books be found?
You don't find the books. My dad is the keeper of the books. You don't find a whole book you can find any part of the book you want without holding or having the book. You have to have a trust that the book exists, and then you can access the information in the book. It's like a game. It's not a game, I know that, but it's like a game. And you learn. We all know how to use our minds to access what's in the book. But my dad is responsible as the keeper of the record. And the book, although it looks it looks like it's physical, but it's not really physical.
So it's a magical book.
I suppose you could call it that, but it's not what we call it. We don't need to know what it's called. We just know that it exists.
It exists.
And if it exists, then we can have access to all of the information anytime we want. The symbols of life are embedded in everything around us, in our carpets, in our rugs, in the marketplace, in numbers. Everything has multiples. It's good fun. And
so who taught your father how to write like this?
well, we all could. We all can.
You all can.
It's just that's his rule. It's not a secret. Nothing's a secret. Everybody knows what they need to know. It's easy.
So what was the name of this place where you live?
It's a feeling place.
It's a feeling place.
It's a feeling golden place.
And where does it exist?
In its own time and space. It's everywhere.
And does it exist on the earth?
No. And yes. But mostly no. But there's a connection to it. And people can visit.
And how would they do this?
They can ask. There's some people do.
So what do they need to ask?
What they want to know from the book. And they do. And they don't listen. And they don't see. And they don't feel. And they keep asking. And we keep opening the book. And then they close it again. Because they don't know what they've asked. They don't, it's like they ask but they don't want the answer. And we smile, maybe next time.
So are you looking for one person to be able to open this book, or are you looking for lots of people?
No,
for everyone.
everybody.
So if people are unable to ask the right questions and understand this, how else would you be able to share this knowledge and information with people?
People link up with other people. They befriend them like visitors, nice, friendly visitors, and they show them love, and they try to connect with them. Like hold their hand when things are sad, or stroke their hair if they're not feeling well, or give them a hug. Let them know they're there and help them find their questions so they can get the answers they're looking for. Because they can have the answer. They ask the questions, but they don't hear the answers. But it doesn't matter.
And what will your job be when you get older?
Flying. I
You'll be
like flying.
You'll be flying.
I like flying. I love flying.
And how do you fly?
Just fly.
Can you fly?
Just lift yourself and fly. And we can go really fast. Me and my friends go really fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Would
Over
you-
the golden sands.
Would you like to fly too?
I can fly anywhere. I can go everywhere. Doesn't matter.
And how do you do this?
Just go.
You just
think,
go. You
Fly
just
and
think.
fly. Just think, be and be. Just be free and you're free. Everybody here can do all these things.
Sounds like a wonderful place to be in.
Yeah.
So if you go out beyond the desert, are there other towns around you? Other villages?
Yeah, but because we think differently, nobody would see what I see. I don't know what they see because they have their reality. That's a funny word. Because it's not real, but it's real only to the person who created it. You can invite people into your reality, but you still don't know what they see.
So what do your people call themselves? Do they have a name?
I don't know why, but it feels like I shouldn't tell you.
And why would that be?
I like giving away a secret. But I don't know why. I don't know why either.
So why would there be secrets when you're there to share knowledge and information for everyone?
Because everything has its own moments. And it's not the same for me as it is for my neighbour. It's so we seem to all exist, but not. We can imagine a physical, but it can change. I've changed already.
What have you changed into?
I've put on a white dress.
A white dress.
It's long.
Does that
It's
feel
really good when you're flying because it floats behind you. Well, if you want it to. We're not fixed.
You're not fixed, you're
No,
just free to
nothing's
go
fixed.
anywhere.
Nothing's fixed. Nothing's fixed. There seems to be marks that are woven into like the carpets, like the fabrics, but they're everything seems to be shifting because I'm shifting.
Is you shifting by your choice, or is it just happening?
So it seems to be sort of happening. It's not frightening, it's just an unusual feeling.
But a pleasant feeling.
I feel like I'm growing.
You're growing.
Yeah.
What are you growing into? Just have a look at your body now.
I've got a lot taller. I'm sort of, I'm not sure. I'm long, got long neck, long arms, long legs, and I'm wearing a gown. It's long. It's light to the touch, sort of glittery, silvery, like when spider webs glisten in the rain.
So if you look down at your hands now,
Got long fingers.
long fingers. How many fingers do you have?
Lucy doesn't want me to tell you because she thinks that she's making it up now because of what she thinks she knows, but she's not.
Just let
She's
let the words flow.
There's 3 fingers on each hand and thumbs. And my head.
So feel the shape of your head. How would you describe the shape of it?
It's bald and it's soft and it's sort of shiny.
So feel your eyes now. How do they?
I can see my own eyes. They're quite big, quite
Big eyes.
black, yeah. I have a small mouth and a small nose.
If you look down at your feet, how do you describe your feet?
I've got long feet, long legs.
So if you look around now,
Lots of people, lots of long people.
are they similar to you?
Yeah.
What's the
They're
name of
busy,
this?
they're all talking to each other in groups.
What's the name of this place where you are now?
It's a place in the stars, but again, Lucy, because she knows the word, doesn't want me to say it.
Say it to yourself, but say it out loud. Could you do that?
It's funny being Lucy and being this person too.
So what's
I
happening there?
believe I might be an Arcturian. I believe I might be a visitor. I believe the young person told you we did visits. I believe I'm not the only visitor. You have
How many other visitors are here?
many.
Many.
And
where are they from?
from our star system. Sorry, I can't be precise. There's more than one place to be. We are part of a federation of people, not people. Beings who have peace in our hearts and who wish to help human beings find peace and joy. We are teachers and gatherers, and we love you.
And what do you teach?
Love.
And what do you gather?
We gather thoughtful people together.
And where is your home? Where'd you come from?
Home is a vast civilization, but we seem to travel, and we don't normally live in this dimension. Our dimension is not really known to people yet on the earth, and it's not time for you to have that information yet. It will come, but not for some years.
What do you call yourself?
Lucy. I call myself Lucy. Lucy means light, you know.
Lucy's very gifted and very talented. Where does she get her talents and gifts from?
I'm Lucy.
And do you have any messages for anyone here?
Oh, yes. Oh. You are all so wonderful. Don't forget, you have a heart. You have great potential for love. To live the life you ask questions about, you have all the answers in your heart. If you listen, ask, listen, grow love in your heart. Do not close your heart. Open yourself to love and emotion, true feelings. We see your heart and we feel your pain and we love you. Give away your hurt. Don't hang on to it. Let love fill every fibre of your being. You are wonderful. You are more beautiful than you can imagine. If you could see yourselves as we see you, you would not hurt one another. There would only be love for each other, for your planet, for everything. Focus on that in your lives and you will live beautiful, loving, compassionate, and joyful lives. Everything that increases happiness will be provided to you. You will have peace.
Thank you.
My body is really, really warm.
Thank you. So what I'd like you to do now is, Lucy, is to come back with some meaningful information for yourself that's relevant to you.
I can't look at you.
What is that then?
I want to go there.
That was amazing. So how did that feel then? Because you went from one
Very
place,
strange.
went from
is
one
where
place
what
to
I
another
felt.
place.
It was actually, in a funny way, it was the same place.
Mm-hmm.
It was like sorry, I'm still full of a great feeling of joy and laughter, and my stomach is doing something interesting.
I stopped writing now. I've done about 20 sheets, I think.
Okay, so the colour was like amazing. Like my the slipper things on my feet were like, they were plush. I mean, they were, and it was, and everything was a game. everything was about, you could do anything. You could do anything. Anything.
Wow.
You could, so I had friends, and they were all in different colours, like there was saffron yellows, and there was, and so one side was kind of like a desert, but it wasn't, nothing was fixed, but it was. It could be fixed. It's fixed, but it was fixed in my mind, in my imagination, but it wasn't fixed as in solid. So I could see that, and I could be playing with you, but you could have a scene, but we could still play together, even though I'd set my scene, and I wasn't in your scene,
Yeah.
except for you I was in your scene,
Okay.
and for me you were in my scene, right?
Wow.
So, but we could still laugh, and we could still play as if we were in the same scene, except I couldn't see where you were, right? I could only see what I was doing, right? This sounds very strange, doesn't it? And then on the other side, these tall houses with like the onion shapes on the top. And I think the turkey bit came from, because it's the only place I could identify that sort of
That type
shape.
of shape.
I think that was
But
me
was it that
trying
shape, or was it something
It was
different?
that shape, but it
But it
wasn't,
wasn't
But I
turkey.
don't think it was
No,
turkey. It
no.
was just that
Just the
turkey
shape?
came to mind because of that,
Yeah, 'cause
those
of the domes.
dome shapes, yeah. But
Wow.
again, the things that were the most real to me within this imagined reality were these carpets. They seemed to be the most fixed thing. I feel like other people might be able to see the fixed things in the carpet. Do you know what I mean? Like the writing, the symbols, they seem to be more of an actual thing.
Would you be able to draw those at all, do you
Yeah,
think? Or put them
possibly.
in a
I
painting?
probably have to maybe do it fairly quickly. But some of those symbols, I know that, a bit like hieroglyphics, but I didn't want to say hieroglyphics
No.
because it wasn't Egypt.
It wasn't Egypt, no.
No. But the symbols were similar to the things
To that
you
type
would
of
see
thing.
for
Okay.
hieroglyphics.
Oh.
You know, like sort of like the rudimentary animal shapes and things like that, with lots of colours. And the stairs inside the stairs were inside the building, so the building was round, and so the stairs were inside the building, and they went up on the outside of the wall. Yeah, on the outside of on the inside of the building, but on the wall as it went up. Yeah, I'd love one. Yeah.
Yes, a cup of tea, please. Yeah, thank you very much.
I'll have a
Gin
Yeah.
and tonic, wasn't it?
gin and tonic, yeah. And then what happened was, it's like, see, with the book, the book was this, it was massive. It was really massive. Sorry if I kept you guys late. And when the book opened up, the all of the things just floated up out of it. They just kept floating out
Lifting
of it.
up. Wow.
But you couldn't catch them.
You couldn't hold them in your hand.
You couldn't hold them in your hand, but you could access them.
Okay.
Because it was like you could attract what you needed from this book towards you. It was the book of life. So it was like all of life was in this book. So wherever you were, sort of like in the whole cosmos, if you wanted to know anything,
It was there.
it was in this book.
Wow.
But you could only get out of the book what you asked for. And then you could only get what you asked for if you were listening to what because some people ask, because it's a thought form, you ask, but you don't know how to listen to the answer. Does that make sense? So we send our thoughts out all the time, and that's what was happening. People were sending thoughts out all the time, and the answers were floating out of this book for those people. but
But
they weren't
recognising it.
they weren't receiving it, and it was like, well, that's okay. There was no problem about that, but it was. There was a point though where I thought I don't watch Harry Potter, but I felt like it was Harry Potter. Do you know what I mean? And the word, although you used the word magical, that sufficed, but it wasn't the word.
It wasn't a word.
It wasn't even.
I was trying to think of some word. And I
It
know
wasn't
that
even close.
Wasn't even close.
But
it was
there isn't a word.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I know.
So all these things just kept. So they could. It was like a hologram, and I didn't want to use the word hologram either because the word hologram belonged to Lucy. It didn't belong to what I was experiencing. And so I was reluctant to use that word. And being beside my dad, who was the keeper of this life book, was the joy of just being next to this figure, which didn't even actually exist as a figure. But there was great joy in being so close to the book of life was really what it was about.
Wow.
Right? And then I don't know what the heck happened when I suddenly started to grow and I wasn't a boy anymore. Once I wore that white gown and went flying, because I whizzed around a few times, right? Obviously it was so fast you guys missed it. But I whizzed around a few times when I was saying about the flying, because it was like when I was saying that to you, I was flying. I was like just wherever I wanted to be, I could be. Anywhere you want to be. And then when I'm saying about just after having that white gown on, and then it was like you would imagine, I'm saying this now, I didn't think it then, you know, when you would imagine sort of like the pupae stage of a butterfly, and then when it starts to harden and it starts to break through the shell, that's kind of what I felt as I was growing. So I felt like I was growing out of the boy shape into this tall shape. Really tall. I mean, really tall.
3 fingers.
3 fingers. Well, you see, of course, this is the thing, isn't it? So that's what I was laughing at, because I was thinking, no, Lucy, you're not going to say that, because don't even go there.
So you were sort of dating it then?
And
Oh,
yeah, because you do have to weigh up what you think you might know along with what you are experiencing, right? So there's that you're aware enough to know that you're aware enough to know, except that the other half was sort of saying, I mean, I don't even have an imagination that gets anywhere near what I said to you guys. And if any of you repeat any of this outside of this room, you are dead. I was really tall, really long, and I can only describe it a bit avatarish. Do you know what I mean? Not with the physique of necessarily an avatar.
At the height of an avatar.
But yeah, really quite tall and very proud, very like standing proud. And
You changed shape at that point.
Your face was moving around.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I just, it was like, it was.
Your voice changed as well.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Yeah.
The thing is, it's
Talking was laboured.
strange. I don't know that it was laboured. I felt that it was measured. It was
Extremely measured.
chosen. It was.
I think at that point when you started doing your talk and you were moving your head around, I would say that you connected to another being that came in.
Yeah,
and I've
quite
seen this in a trance session when a being comes in and they talk differently and they're moving their head like this, and it's like they're trying to fit into a body that they're not used to, and they're trying to talk through the mouth and they're struggling with the words.
Yeah, because I
how
felt
it
like I
seemed?
should be able to see.
Have you ever done any trance work before?
No, but I feel that I'm being prepared for trance work.
Yeah,
But
that's what it looked like to me.
but it was sort of a. I mean, I could feel it happening, and I felt like I should be. I felt like I was looking, but I wasn't that Lucy wasn't seeing, if you see what I mean.
It's funny because when you moved your head round and you looked at me, and I just felt,
Yeah, I thought she's going to go for you.
I thought, oh my God.
I was going to close it. There you go.
Yeah.
And all the time, I had this cold breeze was just over my
Really?
legs the whole time. I mean, really cold. But the heat, look at me. I'm
you're
really, this started to burn up. This was like really, really hot.
Wow.
And my internal body temperature, I could feel it rise, but my
legs
legs
are cold.
were really cold, like
Okay.
really cold. From here, I can still feel it from
still
here.
cold.
And but up here, God, it was like somebody had turned a furnace on. It was like I felt like my heart area was glowing red. And I mean, I can see that obviously I've gone red. Do you know what I mean? But well, that was different.